I'm Ashtootrippy and welcome to my channel.
I'm gonna give you guys an unpopular opinion, okay? Because it's my opinion. Okay. Wade Wilson. So, it's so funny to me that so many women were fawning over this man. Even before he said he wasn't guilty. Before he went through his whole thing. Said he wasn't guilty after he's been in prison and has admitted his guilt on those prison phone calls. But yet, more women came out the woodwork. More women kept coming out the woodwork saying that they, again, it's a whole inmate thing. I don't know where women find this attractive. He killed women. Now, you guys remember the whole drama with Bunnie XO, wanted to talk to him because he thought that he was innocent. Well, she doubled back and she said sorry. She's sorry. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but she's part of the problem. I did watch a portion or listen to a portion of the Dumb Blonde podcast from Bunnie. And when I tell you this was a money grab for her to make herself seem like she was right in the situation, that's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry, it's an unpopular opinion because everybody loves her so much. And I commended her. Like, I'm glad she fessed up and she was like, I was wrong. But at the same time, she still was talking to this man. And this man's like, I don't know if it's his soon-to-be wife or girlfriend or whatever. It seems like he has a lot of them. But not only that, she still did a podcast after he doxed her, gave women her phone number, and did all of this stuff. Like, I would have literally did a big fuck you. You have the biggest platform to turn this into a positive. And all you did was do a podcast about Wade Wilson, talking about him, giving him more fame. And not only that, the fact that Bunnie's podcast is a majority women, you really don't think that women aren't just going to go talk to him? There's crazy women out there that like this kind of behavior. So you just gave him even more of what he has. That's my opinion. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've only listened to snippets of it and like a portion of it. But I've unfollowed Bunnie over the past couple months just because I feel like the fame has got to her. And the same with Jelly. It pains me to say that because I was such huge fans and I had such great energy from them, but now it's just completely switched and changed. And I know my girl Bunnie is a spiritual person. So if for some reason she comes across this, girl, you need to do some cleansing. For you, your husband, your circle, and your whole entire home. Tour buses and all. Okay? Stay safe. Welcome back to my channel, guys. And that is the video that Bunnie XO felt the need that she needed to give her 2 cents on. I know, so wild, right? Now, the only problem I can see with my video is, yes, I didn't listen to the whole podcast. And now I'm not going to, because I have been scouring the internet and I have found some even more disturbing incidents that I initially didn't think mattered. But it's a doozy. This even goes as far as Bunnie allegedly telling fans of her husband to basically go F off. Now, I did want to preface this. I'm also working on a second video, guys. So this video is mainly going to be kind of what led us here. I don't really know what led us here because all I did was post that video you guys just watched, which clearly stated it was my opinion. Maybe she's trying to change the narrative. But as I dig deeper, I find that it's way more easier for celebrities to scam people out of money than it is anyone else. Well, because a lot of people think that, it's a celebrity. They have millions of dollars. They're not going to scam you out of money, but sadly they do. Now, I also want to preface this by saying this is all my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. So if you guys feel a certain way, you guys have the right to do so. However, I also have the right to post this. Now, I have been contacted by a couple people down in Lee County, Florida. Now, these people that have contacted me are very close to the case. They knew the victims personally. 1, 2, both, all of them, it doesn't matter. They are down there in Lee County living. I want to remind you guys that Wade Wilson's killing spree took place in 2019. Yeah. So that means this took place 2019. I didn't see Bunnie anywhere. But in early 2023 is when the man came out, after he's been in prison this whole time, waiting to get sentenced, came out and said that he was innocent, and he didn't do that to Christina Milton. Yet there was cameras everywhere. There was no question about it. Like, if you knew the case, you knew that he was just trying to pull a fast one. That's where we insert Bunnie. People on TikTok started fawning over him, saying he was hot, and Bunnie likes misfits. We know that. Yes, she wanted to talk to Wade Wilson, the one that took Christina Moulton from a bar, took her home, strangled her, stole her car, then decided that since Diane Ruiz was walking down the street going to work, he was going to also lure her in his car and proceed to strangle her, kick her out of the car, and run her over until she's quote-unquote spaghetti on the ground. That right there is the person that Bunnie wanted to talk to. Bunnie didn't want to talk to someone that might be innocent. Bunnie didn't want to talk to somebody that empowers women so much. And Bunnie didn't want to do a podcast on Christina Milton and Diane Ruiz. She wanted to do one on the whole case because she wanted to get Wade Wilson's attention, in my opinion. So she did that. It backfired on her, obviously, because Wade Wilson is a criminal. What do? You give a criminal your personal phone number. You're a celebrity. Don't you have 2 phones, or can't you go buy a burner phone or something? Like, come on, girl, get with it. Anywho, decided to do this. She claims she's talked to him 2 times, but I mean, all calls are recorded in the jail, so I'm pretty sure if she didn't, we're gonna hear more of it. But nonetheless, she continued to do all of this, and this has been an ongoing case since 2019. Now, let me go back to the people that live in Lee County, including people that knew or are family members with the deceased people, Christina Milton and Diane Ruiz. Now, I'm not in Lee County, so I don't know how things go over there. I can tell you from personal experience that when really big cases come out, it's all over the news. And they say that this case was no different. It was all over the news. But they're very upset because it drudged up a lot of emotions for the whole community for Bunnie to take this on after the guy has been sentenced to death. Like, months. And now we're dredging up old feelings. Now, ain't that some shit? But watch this next video. Bunnie XO in my comments. Hey, y'all. I want to clarify a couple of things. The only reason I actually told or gave that story of like wanting to meet Bunnie at a concert that came here was to kind of show you guys the evolution that led me to where I'm at now. And where I'm at now is it's hard. Like, I'm dumbfounded. Not starstruck, not fangirling. I'm flabbergasted that a woman of her caliber can come on a smaller creator's platform and comment the things that she did. So this one was decent, halfway decent. But as I was reading this half asleep, but as I read it, it says money grab where? Acting weird. Also, the part 2 of this with the victim's children, at least one of the children I know is very young, very impressionable, so yeah. And she proceeds to say this because I have actually been commenting. I commented a couple of times because she has give false information about Gypsy. And I have commented and let her know that, like, she's not within the true crime world. Like, it's cool and all to venture off, but I don't know. Just my opinion. Shortly after I posted that video that I stitched right here, this happened. My sound was removed. It was my own voice. I have heard from multiple sources that when certain people don't like what other certain people are saying, they have their reps with TikTok go and talk to TikTok. So not only that is this video is not getting views, and the video she commented on is not getting views. And I've been on TikTok long enough to know some shady shit's going on with that. Nonetheless, since I didn't fangirl over her, and this is what she had to tell me. I mean, I wasn't berating her, and I wasn't speaking to her harshly. I actually told her thank you in one of the comments for being so kind, and then she posted this after I posted this, which, just because I'm not fawning over her, she's literally telling me I'm berating and speaking harshly to her, in my opinion. And she was actually talking to the other guy that was commenting, her co-host. I blocked him because I'm not done with that. And she tells me here, don't see your video of wanting to meet me. LOL, we can totally fix that. And I proceeded to laugh. And here is that video. It had 2,200 views when she commented on it. And let me tell you, I've had people with check marks comment on my shit before, including Gypsy Rose, and my videos blow up. This is what it's sitting at right now. And the video of her responding, that's what it's sitting at. These celebrities want to be fawned over, in my opinion.
These two women had their whole lives ahead of them. Now their killer knows his life is over.
Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death.
In 2019, Wade Wilson brutally murdered two innocent women in Cape Coral. The loved ones of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz have made it clear this is far from over.
This will not be the last that Wade Wilson sees of us in a courtroom.
I'd like you know that this is not the end. The end is when the accused takes his last breath, and I will be there at the execution. That's a promise.
The Night Beat's Maddie Heron joins us now live in studio.
Maddie, after 5 years of agony, what do the victims' families have to say?
Amanda, Russ, they say they missed their loved ones. Sadly, a death sentence for their killer does not bring them back. Moments after the decision, family members took the press stand, tears of strength in their eyes, and they promised to hold Wade Wilson accountable for what he has done. Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz, two smiling faces ripped away at the hands of a killer.
I didn't get to say I love her, and I miss her.
Choking back tears, family spoke of the two Cape Coral women this man, Wade Wilson, brutally murdered in 2019.
This has been 5 years of agony, but we're done being quiet.
But no action was louder than when the judge sealed Wilson's fate Tuesday with a death sentence.
This case wasn't about Mr. Wilson. This case was about Diane Ruiz. This case was about Christine Melton, and it should remain that way.
For years, family anxiously waited in the wings of the courtroom at each step of Wilson's trial.
So what do you guys think? I'll let you guys form your own opinions because, again, we have the right to our opinions. And not giving the opinion that the person that produced the product, made the product, is making money from the product. If those views are different, then so fucking be it. The reason we live in the United States and the reason that we are called land of the free is because we have this right to speak up for ourselves. We have this right to say what we want to say. That's like me ordering a package from a small business and then them telling me to tell everybody they're wonderful when I don't like them. The same goes with true crime. we are all gonna have the same opinions, and that's okay. That's what makes the community such a wonderful place, is not having those same views and seeing different perspectives from different cultures, ethnicities, and places of the world. So yes, you know, I really think that, and I still stand behind my words, that this was a money grab because Bunnie didn't want to waste her time. She had already put so much time in this project and she didn't want to waste it. It was more precious to her than just taking the hit, taking the loss, and giving not only the families but the community the time they need to grieve. Not that man's actions that day did not shatter 2 lives or 2 families. It shattered so much more. There was friends. There was, you know, community members. There was people in that area that were terrified for days when Diane Ruiz was missing. You don't just affect yourself when you're doing something, and I wish people would understand that. And that's the reason I always say that's my opinion is because I don't want people misconstruing my words and saying that I'm making people believe something when simply that's not it. It's simply my opinion and my belief system that I have my rights to. So this even further proves that, like, TikTok doesn't really care about, you know, anything but money. I mean, I know it's something that most people need to live, but I mean, at what cost? Do we not have morals or values or even a self-conscience in this instance? So it'd be awesome if you guys can like this video, share this video, and, you know, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of it. Going back to the victims of this case, I did a lot more research than I had initially did because I did look into it when I had posted the one video about Wade Wilson. But these 2 women were beautiful. They were beautiful young women that had so much life left. Diane Ruiz is not only survived by her children, but also her father, and it seems like also a cousin that's speaking out a lot for her. She also had a fiance when she passed away. These are the women we should remember. But again, Wade Wilson has been sentenced to death in the state of Florida. Now, in the state of Florida, there is somebody that's still on death row there from 1976 or something. So this may take a while. If you guys care to donate to the family of Diane Ruiz, her 2 boys, I will leave their GoFundMe linked below. I will also be linking down below all the videos I played in this video, where you can find them. And at the very end, I'm going to drop all the screenshots that I have had with Bunnie so you can take a closer look for yourselves. And honestly, let me know the truth. Do you think I was the way I was that she said I was? I don't know. But it sure as hell had me shocked. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay positive. And until next time, guys, we'll talk about it. Bye.
Thanks for watching Trippy Tribe, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.